Hello. So this is Thursday morning, and I'm a little dressed up here because I have a presentation later on, and I'm gonna turn that down more. And it's gonna be a pretty fun presentation because I get to talk about something I don't know much about. So I get to test my knowledge on how well can I talk about deep space communicating with satellites. I won't go much more than that because sometimes for people it's very complicated just even understanding what that is. For those who do understand, I'm talking about something called free space optics. It's a telecommunication system where we use photons or light particles and we transmit using active lasers to transmit large sums of data, potentially up to 10 gigabits, as compared to the counterpart of radio frequency systems, which are currently in place for the most part and are also heavily regulated in terms of a spectrum of use and also in terms of signals, like the strength of the signals as well. That's also very much regulated. And then the opposite for this case being FSO, you have an unregulated spectrum instead, and over time, given enough regulation and policies, there can be a more stricter form of regulation in place for these for FSO systems, essentially. So instead of having, say, AM or FM radio, in the future there could be an example of FSO implementation with, say, a low orbiting satellite for Earth, and that would be using an FSO system for telecommunicating. And that was pretty much just the part of the intro I do, and then I do the conclusion, and then my group members do basically everything in between. So I'm basically the slices of bread that make up the sandwich, and then they make up everything else, being the dressing and the condiments to the meat and the soggy shit that you slap onto like a burger or something, you know. I don't know where you would want to cook up some sandwich like that. I wouldn't go to Burger King because I don't like Burger King personally, but yeah, kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. I don't really like the presentation quality in terms of like content on there, because my group mates decided last night at 9:10, a little after 9 o'clock, to hop onto the texting spree tree and go Appalooza. We're gonna turn it in. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think my section's done. Mine looks good too. Let's submit it. And then they went off and submitted it. And I was kind of mad because, well, I don't know. Maybe you should ask the entire group, like, hey, we're about to submit. Do you want to make any changes before we submit? Something like that would have been a good idea. So, yeah, not all that happy. But anyways, yeah, today's a very nice Thursday. It's actually going to get pretty warm out later on in the afternoon, so I'm going to keep this segment here brief in the morning. But yeah, so right now it's like 60 or 5. Actually, here on the car it's 70 degrees outside, but, you know, whatever. Why do they have to do this stupid construction? I'm sorry, they should have better ability to redirect traffic. Anyways. Oh, lovely, yes, put a new cone in my way. Are you gonna let me in? Thank you. I'm gonna assert myself a little bit right there. Oh, look, an ambulance. Ambulancia. Alright. We're ready to get into 66 now. Soon I'll be at 66 where it gets really loud and obnoxious with noise just by freaking going at a little bit over the speed limit. So I think that's pretty much it for the morning segment here. I'm going to try and do this today where I do like a morning thing that's not too long, and then do a later on thing, and that's also not too long. It could be like full length. I don't really know. I don't think so. It depends upon, one, if I have anything to add aside from little bits of like how the day's gone and what I've been up to, and also eventually, if I can make it so, maybe reading comments if there were comments. I have yet to see comments, so please comment what you think. I do like being critiqued, obviously. Feedback always helps. Okay, what is this person doing? Like one of the clips. Anyways, that is pretty much everything for today, Mr. Camry. Go faster. Okay then, yeah, so don't drink and drive. That's what that sign just told me to tell you. Don't drink and drive. Yeah. Anyways, alright. Talk to you guys later. Hit the like button if you like this video. Or hit the dislike if you didn't like it, I guess. And yeah, subscribe for more updates in the future, because they coming your way. Fellas, match your step. Got them teeny French bikinis making your grip. Back to the ladies, y'all keep doing y'all thing. Cause everything about you makes me wanna scream. Sunset, here comes the moon. And start getting all heated up and it starts getting cool. Yeah, it's hot, by the way. It's hot in this car. I'm actually, my forehead is already sweating and my back is getting hot and my arms are radiating heat. It's just hot. I had to put the AC on low though because I don't want it to be too loud, you know. Summer nights. Old song, by the way, very old Rascal Flatts song, but very good. Summer night. Are you with me? The eagle cool of your piece of paradise. Summer nights, everybody eyeing sexy. If you're ready for some summer nights. Everybody, are you with me? Eagle cool of your piece of paradise. I am undoing part of the shirt because it is way too hot in here. If you're ready for some summer nights, yeah. Time for traffic galore, by the way. I just hope there's no accidents.
iHeartRadio is the easy-to-use app for music and radio. Download the free iHeartRadio
What in
app
the
today.
world is that? Oh! The train went through!
Something about yesterday.
Okay. I'm not gonna play that song on the radio right now because I am just not in the mood for hearing it. It's not, I don't know. I don't like the... If it was a food, it wouldn't taste good, kind of thing. Or not that good. Wow. Okay, so anyways, I had quite the eventful day. It was very much packed, I would say, with a lot of just presentations, very much dense, boring material, but also occasionally the very interesting little tidbits that make going to lectures sometimes actually entertaining and, you know, make it worth your while. And your money. That didn't sound good. I really hope there's no... Okay, I can't see with the truck in the way. Thanks for the turn signal. Okay, so this has turned into the driving commentary segment already. Anyways, trying to avoid that. I hope you guys had a good most of your day, because not all the day is gone already. It's only 7 o'clock. It's thankfully not too bad outside. It's actually, it is 80 degrees according to the car. However, that 80 degrees is pretty sweet considering there's no like dry air. It's not like ugly humid. It's like some very slight kind of breeze. And there's a lot of birds right there. I don't want to, okay. Whew. And my God, are you climbing onto my behind, good sir? How about you ease off that accelerator? I almost said brake. That doesn't make sense. You don't want to ease off the brake. I want you to hit the brake, actually. So anyways, I'd say today was pretty good considering I had to present with my group. And I was very happily surprised with my group's overall very sudden great turnout, actually. All of my other group members I was thinking would have difficulties, and I would say the only issue, okay, so here's what I came to the conclusion of. My group for this project, while we didn't give it a grade paper, and I knew this before we even turned it in, I knew halfway into this paper it was not going well, and our grade practically reflects that. We got a 70 out of 100 on it. I wasn't too happy. I wasn't very surprised. Some things were surprising. Like he said, we lost points for grammar. And he's like, oh, that just tells me you guys didn't read the paper enough times. You didn't proofread it enough. An interesting argument, I will say. But nonetheless, that was his argument. And then he took off points for APA, to which he said his argument is, or rather, I do say this to this professor. I don't know how to say your first name, or even your last name. I can't remember your first name. Yeah, okay, I can't remember your first name. Don't know how to say your last name very easily. IT 300 Telecoms, spring 2017, section, I don't know, 1, maybe 2, I really can't remember the section number. But my section for this IT 300 class, he makes honestly the strangest things I ever thought a professor could say. Oh, well, I don't have it on me, and I don't really remember you that well. And he says that as his excuse of, oh, well, I can't give you anything honest or realistic or even in the realm of a decent answer. So I'm just gonna say I don't have it with me. And quite frankly, it's the most annoying cop-out excuse to not telling me why you think you took off points. Because even though you don't know, or even if you do remember, it's something to tell me that you don't really want to even try. Honestly, that's how it feels like to me. Because as a professor, I feel like it is part of your duty, or your obligation as a professor, to kind of like, what's the word? I would think you would care enough about the students and not having to fail a lot of them, so you would remember something. Whether it's something they did, or at least just them as a person. Neither of which has occurred in this class. I doubt he even remembers my name. He might remember my face. Usually that happens. More often than not, professors remember your face before they remember your name. And then they remember your face to your name. And then you're hopefully in their good graces. Otherwise, it's a bad thing that they know your face name and it's not your good grace, their good side. That's a bad idea to do. Anyways, aside from all that tangent, presentation was pretty sweet. I feel like I did an okay job with the introduction. Oh my good Jesus. Oh, okay. Do not hit anyone, good sir. Are you? I literally could see that happening. I had a feeling you were going to do that. See, okay, I really want to... Let's see if I can. Nope, I can't. I feel like I'm going to move the phone too much and it's going to fumble. I already feel like you're going to fumble the phone. But yeah, no, this guy is just like... He's that obnoxious, angry mosquito motorcyclist, and oh my goodness. Seriously, how many times do you need to change lanes? He's changed lanes like 4 times or 3 times already. I know at least 3 times. Because he came from the left lane behind me, the left lane, right? And he went behind me into this middle lane, went into the right, so kept going forward, past me. He went into the left lane again, and now he's back in the middle lane, and now he's all the way in the right again. This guy is an insane motorcyclist. This is the kind of people that you should not let drive, quite honestly, because those are the kind of people that get you into accidents or get others into accidents, and it becomes a pileup on the highway, and then people get mad. Don't do it, please. This is a rant of mine. I don't care. Rant or not, that is a lesson you should learn from today, and I'm gonna just stop it at that. Apparently, a cutoff's about to happen at 10 minutes. I'm gonna stitch the 6-minute earlier. Oh, that's hilarious. People are talking in front of me. Okay. Well, that's about it for the most part. Day is pretty much almost done. I have homework to do when I get home. I have 2 labs for my morning class today, all due by Sunday, and good Lord help me with that stuff. I had a hard time following today's lecture in the morning. It was tough. There's a lot going on. There's speed going like this guy, my professor just went like extreme speed kind of thing, and it was annoying. So I don't really know how I'm going to do the lab. I heard from my group mates who were working on it earlier, it's copy and paste commands. There's some dense concept behind it, but it's not too bad. It's just time consuming in the first one. Second one's, you can do it in 10 minutes flat, according to one guy, or 15 minutes. God, please help this motorcyclist get out of the highway or off the road, or lose your license, man. Lose your license. Okay, I'm sorry. This guy's really annoying me. I don't like when motorcyclists do that, and I hope you're of the same opinion, simply because they're the reason for many accidents. They really are. I'm not joking. Drivers or motorcyclists, or truck drivers even, should not ever drive like this guy did. Don't do it. Very infuriating. Okay, so I'm gonna try and truly not talk about that anymore. So fun fact, apparently my professor decided to not give us points back just because he doesn't have the paper in front of him to talk about it, and he can't remember us for his life. All he knows is, oh yeah, your face. Yeah, I remember your face. That's it. So I get to wait for a response from this stinking professor. I'm not going to be very nice to him in the reviews, because honestly, he was not that great in my opinion. He looks like a physicist, but he's an IT guy, and he talks like a mathematician. Like, it's insane. It's like, how do you look like one thing, talk like another, and you're actually something different? Like, how can you do that? I've never had a professor who looks like that. He's almost bald, by the way. He doesn't have a full set of hair. He has the mane of his mane removed. He doesn't have any hair there. He just has side hair. I guess he does it good, because I don't know. I could not see any guy really doing that ever. It just looks weird and silly, I think. But you do you, whoever you are, guy, girl, you do you. That's what my sister tells me now. It's actually an odd philosophy, but it seems to work fairly well. So I think I'll leave it at that for today. I hope if you're out and about, you stay out and about, because it is very good weather. It is almost 85 out, according to the car. It's gone up in temperature somehow, because later in the day it always warms up, right? But anyways, it's 7:15. I don't want to waste your time anymore. I hope you have had a awesome day, a beautiful day outside, doing gardening, doing whatever, going for a walk. If you haven't gone out, I highly recommend you go out. It is great outside. It's gorgeous weather. No rain, not terrible winds. Just go out and have some fun. Play golf even. Soccer with friends. Basketball, something. Football, rugby, I don't know, any other sports I could possibly think of. Baseball, did I say that one already? Or tag even. Play tag. Hide and seek, for Christ's sake. Play anything outside. It is awesome out there. I would turn down the window if I could, but then it makes too much noise here. So, have a good one. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow maybe. I don't know right now, obviously. I'm not psychic. Tomorrow's Friday. If you do like what I'm doing today, do like the style of videography, then hit that like button, please. I gladly appreciate the feedback. And, as well, I would like to say subscribe to the channel, because videos coming up now soon enough. I'll be having more time to dedicate to that stuff, and things will be looking better on the channel soon. I think I'm finally out of my depressive episode of sorts, and things will be going for the better, and that's my cue. See ya.